Hunter Biden's now claiming media coverage of his past drug addiction is all an effort to weaponize his family. In a new op-ed, Hunter says, my struggles and my mistakes have been fodder for a vile and sustained disinformation campaign against my father, President Joe Biden, and an all-out annihilation of my reputation. Here with reaction, Fox News contributor and columnist for The Messenger, Joe Concha. But the thing is, Joe, and this is what I get, is it true? Like, annihilation of your characters? No. Crack, hookers, you know what, is it true?
And is that the real story, though, right? No one is coming onto Fox and criticizing Hunter Biden for having an addiction. We all have family members. We all have friends that probably have battled addiction. So no one's coming on here and saying, boy, that guy's addicted. What a jerk, right? We are talking about the fact that all the people, all the addicts that didn't weaponize, right, their father's name in influence peddling to make millions overseas, millions to the point where Hunter Biden's bank account looks like a phone number with the area code, right? And the Bidens themselves have profited, what, $20 million while Joe Biden sat in on business deals, at dinners, and on phone calls. And now the question is, do we have a president of the United States that's compromised in places like China and Ukraine, for that matter? They've already gotten $100 billion of our money since this war began, and Russia and other countries. The story, Hunter makes it look like he's the victim because of his addiction. That's not why he's being criticized.
Exactly. Well, here's what I would say. You're right. You don't simply sit there and kick somebody when they're down because they're addicted. Yeah. But if you're like a character out of a 1980s movie who gets out of everything, including crack and hookers, because your daddy is a big-time politician, it's deserved truth to point it out. I'm just tired of the truth being hidden because, we got to be careful about some particular sensitivity.
Oh, precisely.
But you're exactly right. It's also beyond that. It's about the influence peddling scheme, which it points to as well. But
Hunter Biden wouldn't be even mentioned on our air or in the New York Post if all that influence peddling didn't happen. That's the point, right? No one would be talking about, oh, you have this son that was on crack, because now he's apparently past it. They
would if he was continuing to get out of gun charges or whatever it may be with slaps on the wrist. But you're right. The bigger story still is the influence peddling. Yeah. I want to ask you about this column in Salon. Columnist says MAGA and Christian nationalism are bigger threats to America than Hamas could ever be. He wrote, Joe, the following. He said, Republicans revel in their own chicanery. They despise free thought and independence and are happy to play games with the government shutdown, the modern equivalent of fiddling while it all burns.
Wow. This is written by a credentialed White House reporter, not some left-wing blogger in a basement somewhere, named Brian Karem. Used to work for CNN, used to work for Playboy. And you listen and watch somebody like this and you feel bad for their dog, because somebody actually decided that it was a good idea to say that American Christians, Trump supporters are a bigger threat to this country than Hamas? Hamas just butchered 31 Americans in Israel. They're still holding Americans kidnapped. And Salon decides that they want to print this?
The real problem is Republicans.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, I'm sorry, have 31 evangelicals just gone out and murdered other Americans? Of course not. To make an argument like this, it's 31 flavors of stupid, and Salon, they're still promoting it as if like this is a really smart piece. And this is why the media is as trusted as, I don't know, gas station sushi at this point, Will.
I really like what you pointed out to me. I mean, honestly, if I see a Salon headline, I don't even hardly look.
Yeah, of course.
It's not. But the reporter himself, you pointed out, White House credentialed.
Yeah.
At one point to cover the press briefing room and fire off questions at Kayleigh McEnany.
Exactly. And even now to Karine Jean-Pierre, right? That person is credentialed. That's a big problem. Yeah.
All right. Joe will be co-hosting the big weekend show tonight and tomorrow night. Do not miss him. You get more of what you just got, which we know you loved.
Alicia, Kennedy, Raymond Arroyo. Tune in. 7 o'clock. It's like the 5
sharing
over 4.
The spotlight. Humble too.
Of course. Yeah. I'm just a bit player with those three.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.